How confident are you that the Warriors righted the ship?
I'm confident enough to believe they will force a Game 7.
Okay.
I think that Steph Curry hasn't been sensational. He struggled a little bit, but still is balling out. Klay Thompson came alive a little bit last night. Jordan Poole didn't stink up the joint. It's really, really nice to see him remembering he wears a uniform and he receives a paycheck too. That was really nice. But Draymond Green, listen, I got to tell y'all last night, I mean, when you watch him, you watch his energy, you watch how he galvanizes the troops, you watch how he sets a tone. The dude is made for these moments right here. He's made for his back against the wall. He was as serious and as focused as I've seen him in years last night. 20 and 10, all right, in the minutes that he played. And I'm looking at this stuff, Jay, Wendy. Just check out some of these stats, some of the analytics. Because, you know, the JJ Redicks of the world, the Jay Williams of the world, they appreciate this stuff, the Duke brilliance that they.
By the way, did you see JJ yesterday?
What an opening. For the opening, he did a very good job.
Oh, he held it down all show.
He did, because
he did an A-list. What are you mad about?
Well, I didn't pay attention to the A-list. I was busy by that moment in time. I mean, you can only take but so much of JJ. But the point that I'm making to you is that his cold open was very good. His cold open was very good. I would have liked to have seen him rock the shades like he did a couple of days ago. He didn't do that. He slipped up with that. He should have wore the shades, but he still did a damn good job, and he deserves a lot of credit for it. Props to him, the old man in the three. Check out the podcast. He does a good job with that, too. But, again, you have to take him in increments.
Maybe new head coach.
No. Huh? Excuse me?
Maybe new head coach.
I mean, going from coaching the son in Little Leagues with 8-year-olds and stuff like that to being an NBA head coach. I mean, who would have thunk it? It's amazing. These opportunities are amazing. Only in America.
Why do I even open my mouth?
Only in
Go
America.
ahead.
But anyway, now we get to this.
Only in Canada.
I wish him luck.
Actually, not in America.
Actually, in Canada.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I think he'll be a damn good coach. I think
agree.
JJ Williams would be JJ Redick would be a damn good coach.
JJ Williams,
I'm sorry.
player.
JJ Redick. JJ Redick would be a damn good coach. I really believe that. Now, props to him. Let me say this. Draymond Green, little things that ain't in the box score per se. 8 charges drawn this postseason. Twice as many as any other NBA player this postseason. 8, all right? He's 5th in contested shots this postseason with 119. Tied for 3rd in total box out this postseason with 31. Also 7th this postseason with 31 total screens set. All of these things that the analytic dudes pay attention to, thinking nobody knows it but them, okay? The fact of the matter is that Draymond Green is doing his thing right now. If he continues to play that way, and you got cats that are going to hit shots, and Steve Kerr remembers that you started Gary Payton II for a reason, energy and defense. Energy and defense. You want to start the game that way, you want to close that way. If those things happen, we're going to have a Game 7 back at the Chase Center in San Francisco. That's how I view it. So I'm going to say that the Warriors righted the ship at least for another game. I'm not going to sit up there and say definitively they're going to win this series because I don't think the Lakers are a joke. I think the Lakers can beat anybody when they're on the game. It just depends. Are they going to be on their game? Is Anthony Davis going to play? These are legitimate questions right now. And so to me, with those being a question mark and the Warriors looking the way they needed to look, I'm going to say momentarily they have righted the ship.
I think the Lakers win tomorrow night. Now, you have to think about how Golden State did it. They increased the tempo of the game, 28 fast break points. Draymond Green, after makes and misses, pushed the ball. Now, they switched a ton. You had AD away from the basket on Steph Curry. I do not think that's the same strategy or game plan you will see for Game 6. And Steph, props to him, was a willing passer, which allowed guys like Poole and Wiggins and Klay to attack the rim, right? They got a lot of chippies because as AD was away from the rim. So I think, look, 28-15 at fast break points, they increase the tempo of the game. I think that style is a style conducive. But I think you will see the Lakers, who, by the way, I don't think put their best defensive effort forward last night. They had 70 points in the first half. 70 in the first half. That's a season high for Golden State. 70 in the second half. So there was a time where LeBron had a closeout on Poole where he just says, and then that same closeout, the same possession off offensive rebound to Wiggins, he said, I think you will see a different, heightened sense of urgency from LeBron, and I think AD will play. I think the guards will defend differently, and I think they will change up coverages and all pick and roll. Now, look, I think Steph and these guys have a legitimate chance to win. We'll see if Game 6 Klay can come to the party in L.A., but I think Game 6 is going to be a day when the Lakers put their stamp on the series the same way they did against Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I think if you're a Warriors fan, you have to feel pretty good about the showing that they had last night. And one of the things that we've seen in this series, Darvin Ham and his coaching staff, and I assume the Lakers players, they were sitting there on that Sunday afternoon 2 weeks ago when Steph put up 50. And I can just see them sitting there going, look, we may lose this series, but we are not going to lose because that dude kills us with that kind of game. And so they have sold out throughout this entire series with different strategies, different personnel packages. They have been like, look, we are not letting Steph Curry kill us. And so that's put so much pressure on his teammates. And Steph has been great at doing it. He's been a great facilitator and scorer. And last night I thought he really looked to get to the basket, really generated a lot of baskets. I think they had 25 baskets in the paint last night, and Steph had more than a handful getting in there doing it. And so when you have Andrew Wiggins scoring 25 points, when you have Draymond Green putting up 20, I mean, Draymond Green putting up 20, that might as well be 30 for another player. And you have the possibility of Klay, because right now, Klay has not shot the ball well for the last 3 games, but you know that in Game 2 he made 8 threes. You know that the possibility of Game 6 Klay is sitting there. He has a whole bunch of great road showings in the playoffs on his resume, including Game 5 in Sacramento in the last round. It was Steph in Game 7, but Klay was great in Game 5. I think that if you're the Warriors, you feel like you got a real shot. But it's going to take those other guys. I don't think that you're going to be able to get the transcendent game again from Steph like you saw in the last round. I'm worried about saying that and then watching him drop 45, because I watched him, in Boston last year. It wasn't an elimination game, but Game 4, if they'd have lost that game, they were done. And Steph put up 40 there. So you know that Steph is going to give it his all, and you know that he's going to deliver at a high level. But man, it was good if you're a Warriors fan to see Wiggins step up last night.
The point that I'm trying to make is that these dudes they didn't hit jump shots when they were in South Beach. It didn't happen. I wonder why. Now, having said all of that, there's still hope. I mean, you ain't done until you're done. And the fact that you got a Game 6, you got a Game 6. Now, I know Jimmy Buckets is going to be there. I know Gabe Vincent, the second coming of Klay or Steph on some given night, the way he's looking this postseason, he's coming. I understand Kyle Lowry, dropped 10 years off his birth certificate for crying out loud. The man looks younger in this series, okay? Nothing like he looked in the regular season. Bam Adebayo is that dude making Mitchell Robinson look sloppy and clumsy. You ain't reading your box score now, talking about how many rebounds you got now, Mitchell Robinson. All of these things, okay, I understand that's waiting for the Knicks, but it's one game. All you need is one. You just need one. And so what I would do, rather than bloviate and talk about New York stand up and we are New York, which is how I started off this show, I'm going to revert back to last year's draft when you could find footage of me and Spike Lee. You just got to pray. Just one game. Just one game. It's all we need. Let them get back to the Garden. Let them get back to the Garden for a Game 7. Okay? And then
what?
Orange
Lose
and
in
blue
the next
sky
round. Like, who
will
cares?
hover over us all. They got to get this game. Obviously, you lose and you done. I don't give them much of a chance. I truly don't. But divine intervention can seep in. And if that happens,
I'm watching it in real time.
And the New York Knicks just get that one game. Fat Joe FaceTime 11. You gotta believe, Stephen A. You gotta believe. I'm trying to get there. I'm just inching closer and closer and closer. I'm not trying to get my hopes up, but I can smell it, Jay. I can smell it. You understand what I'm saying? It's just one game. Okay. It's just one game. Spike Lee, where you at? Where we at? We in this together. Kenny Smith done betrayed us. He done betrayed us. He done betrayed us. He threw us under the bus. He blasphemy. He said we got a chance. It's just one game. That's all I need. Spike Lee, wherever you are, we together, my brother. Just one game, that's all we need. And that's what I'm holding out for. Stay focused, stay disciplined. If I was James Dolan and Leon Rose and Tom Thibodeau, if the NBA would let us get away with it, I wouldn't fly down to Miami until tomorrow. I'd stay away from there tonight. I'd stay. I'd just fly in tomorrow morning.
These are grown men. Let's go.
Minimize distractions at all costs.
Did she just say grown man? She don't know. She really doesn't. She
I know.
really doesn't.
Well, it's the power walking on the beach.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. Okay, go ahead.
Respect that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can we just talk about how they need to do it, though? Do the arms come above the ears when they go up?
Oh,
is it,
when I power
Is it
walk?
that? Or is it like...
No,
Like, honestly, if I could win an Olympic sport, it would be power walking. Like, I'm ferocious.
But in studio,
Serious.
she holding her bat.
You don't sit in the car. You don't sit in the car an hour and a half in traffic each way. Sit in a meeting, sit on a desk, sit in a makeup chair.
She's
Stiff. I need to move.
She's
That's why I have to
ridiculous.
walk.
She's
The
ridiculous.
face he made on the back.
She's
That's not the
serious,
face
too.
that she really makes, though. It's just his face that he makes.
I never do that.
Ridiculous. Right here in
You're
studio.
recovering
Right
from
here
a
in studio.
shoulder tear
Right here.
8 years ago.
That's right. Wait, no. 2 years ago. I've had
Yeah.
3 shoulder surgeries in 2 years.
Okay,
Thank you
all
very
right.
much. Well, go ahead.
All right.
Can we talk about how they do it?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to need to ask you...
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
I don't do that.
Gay? Can we get this man a heating pad? Can we talk about how you guys... I know who Jalen Brunson is.
That's right.
Heart and soul. Lion.
Right now.
Right?
He's that
Lion.
dude.
48
He's that dude.
minutes last night.
Jalen
38 points.
Brunson. Yeah.
That man.
Say it loud and proud. Jalen Brunson.
Can I ask you about the
Yes.
other JR, though? Because I really get worried about his ability to play through his emotions. There's like a wave that occurs with him.
I mean RJ.
Well, I was talking about Julius Randle.
Oh, got you.
Julius
Yeah.
Randle.
Yeah.
Like the emotions that come along with him,
He
because
cares.
I know he cares.
Cares so much.
But like,
So does RJ.
Can you stay consistent and not let your emotions get the best and stay in attack mode?
Right.
And Stephen A, to me, like I watch him play, and last night I know he had a decent game. Like I watch him play, I'm like, okay, like to me, you are the difference maker. Like your ruggedness, your mentality.
Right.
Jalen Brunson needs a sidekick consistently.
Right.
I know RJ Barrett, Emmanuel quickly, I know he's out, aspects of it. But like you are about to face this team that is gonna feel like they're gonna get this one at home.
Right.
Will the all-NBA player, third team all-NBA, only all-star, even though we know Jalen Brunson should have been an all-star.
Correct.
Only all-star. Will he be that guy for you to need him to most to be?
No.
Because I'm not sure he will, and that's going to cause a way bigger conversation this offseason.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.